Yeah, this was a massive mistake because you, again, this round should have been about you farming so much, right? You should have so much farm here. But it's like those little time wastes here, dying here. Now, instead of having like this, the crab, and then clearing down, you just missed that entire thing. And now you're having to like, this messes up your like flow so badly, right? Now you're running to the same weak side when you should already be here now on this side. You should be on Raptors right now, right? You should be Raptors and then watching the bot lane fight. And then you're killing Raptors here and then you're skipping and you're running straight bot here. But you see how he instantly tries to play off this information from the start.
Right.
He instantly tries to play out of it. And sometimes like let's say for example that game that you just vested earlier. Sometimes you'll like int it, but the thing is you'll get better at invading. What's up everyone? Just letting you all know that the Jungle Get Patreon is now available with 3 different tier lists. So if you want to gain access to full coaching sessions, tier lists, group coaching sessions, and much more, head on over and check it out. So now, I mean, you know how the game went, right? So now you're gonna say, you know.
I don't exactly remember it, but I'm pretty sure, like in my mind right now, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna path towards bot because I have a Blitzcrank. That's it.
Good. I mean, that is the most important question, of course. What about Dragon and Grubs? They're both kind of good, right? I
would rather play for Dragons.
Yeah. Rather play for Dragons, but because I feel like, well, they don't really have the better early game bot side as well. Actually, no, you can win on bot side too. Okay, Lilia Flash. So what should we do after we burn her Flash? What would you say? Well, what's your like? My initial thing is something. What's your initial thing when you burn her Flash?
I invade her.
Initial thought process, yeah. Ward her camp, and then find her on the other side.
Yep.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. So you ward here? Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I always try to get a ward down. It's
and
very
and then because okay, we still want to play around bot side this game, right? But the thing is, something new has just happened, where we're still going to want. So this game now, I would say this is your play now. It's not starting blue anymore because you want to have red to invade, right?
That's true.
Obviously, Lily also just wants to full clear. So what can we do here? If he doesn't start the blue, we can just do like 1, 2, 3, invade. And then either way, we're playing around bot, and we're also playing towards our invade win condition. If he does start here, right? What can we do? We can do Raptors into like the Grump invade. I don't know if you remember this or if you did this strategy, but you can just invade him level 2 as well. So either way, you're just playing on the bot side, no matter what. You know, you can even just start red, and then he starts blue, and then you go and kill him on Grump. You over this wall.
I most definitely always keep that like in mind. Like I can invade level 2, especially with the Raptors, and then just invading.
Yeah. So I see that, but I see you're pinging to blue, and I see you want to clear down. Which I think this is you not making the most of the fact that you have this vision, and this guy has no flash. I guess you still could invade, but you see how much weaker it is if you just have blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just trying to tell you that this is a win-win scenario either way. Starting red is always a win here.
Yeah.
So like, if he doesn't start blue, you still don't want to you don't want to do this. I see he's actually starting the wolves here, which is interesting. But yeah, you still wouldn't just go straight level 2. You would just wait to see him. You know, maybe you do like red and then Raptors, then you're going to go to Krugs because you want to invade his blue side. And then you see him on the blue while you're on red. And then you know he's going to go to his Grump. So then you'll just kind of like run in here and try and like mess him up. But yeah, let's see how the game plays out now. Vision dies. I think Lilia's reaction was actually not too bad to avoid those scenarios. I don't think many people will actually react like that, to be honest. I think most players will as Lilia will start Raptors and then they'll just accept like the map split, which is obviously way better for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the enemy bot's just going to permanent then if we do that. And of course, you know, full clearing is obviously never wrong, but you had actual really good information to play off this game. So if you didn't have all this information, these wards, no flash, of course full clearing is better than blindly trying to invade somewhere, right? And just flipping it. Okay, so she did wolves. Okay, so now I mean, obviously, let's just pretend we don't know if she started wolves. We know she has 16 CS. So that means I mean, that does mean she had to do wolves, right? Because then we know she did wolves. So, yeah, we go and take her camps here. Both. This was a really bad... I mean, obviously, it's still, like, fine for her to get the top kill. Okay, they're warding Tribush. Good gank. I like the idea of ganking before camps. But now it probably just means that you can only get one camp or you look to dive. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky situation because now the thing is that's happening is that Lily is basing and she's running here.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to... Okay, she's not doing that. But she could. She should. Because she should also know that, like, after she checked here... After she did this, she should have already checked that Grump was gone. So where are you? Obviously, you've full cleared to bot. I mean, I guess you could have done Grump and you're, like, somewhere here, but... You have to make sure that when you go for this play... It's the same thing as well before, is that if you ever show here on the bot side... So actually, I'm gonna go back, actually. Because this is important. When you're running in here, and you know that her Gromp and her blue is up... Where is it most likely that enemy has warded?
Right.
Somewhere in this area, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere here. So you have to make sure that if you go for this like play, that this option, because remember this option will always be here after you can do like 1, 2, and then gank bot, right? So I think here a better play is eating over this wall and trying to go for camps first, because they still have. Okay, wait, Brand has no flash, so. Yeah, it's like, you can see what I'm saying here, right? This is a really guaranteed play. 1, 2, 3, or just 1, 2, then gank bot.
Yeah.
But if you don't do these camps now, Lily can base and make it here. You probably only end up getting one camp anyway, actually, if she plays properly and she bases here, which she should. But you can try and get both because she might make a mistake, which is what she's doing here. So you see what I'm saying? There's a big risk to go for this bot gank. It makes it more acceptable that Brand has no flash. But it's also still, you don't know where the ward is. So you're wanting to either invade or gank bot. And I think, like, this is, like, okay. But I just want you to... I want you to know about that play. That E over this wall and avoid vision play.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing here as well is that when you use your abilities... Okay, I actually learned this as well recently watching a good Graves player. Is that you don't want to Q. Don't Q. Hold your Q until either like he's CC'd and knocked up, or until he flashes. Because if you held Q here,
so you need Q too.
Yeah, because if you held Q here, right, and now you're just Q flashing into the wall here with an auto, right? He's dead. Even maybe you don't even need to flash, but he should die here if you had held Q. Never Q just to like hit the Q1. Was he dead here to you? Yeah, he was, right? Q flash. Yeah. So also, that's a very, very important thing here. Hold your Q. I'll play it back one more time. You walk in, you get the initial engage, good smoke screen, just don't Q. Because you know he's going to flash. And then when this happens, okay, you see it's a cannon wave, can't dive. Because it's going to be too risky if Lilia resets. You definitely want to get either 1 or 2 camps here. But I'm thinking that I'm only getting 1 now, and then I'm trying to get Scuttle. You can't dive anymore. It's too risky. And it's also a big investment of your time as well. And yeah, again, if this Lilia was a better player, he would know his wolves are spawning when. So it's a great path for him to do, which is reset and just full clear up again, because this is spawning at 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is spawning after that. So it's like resetting his cycle. Yeah, he definitely should be here. Luckily he's not. He ganks top again. And now, okay, bot lane backs out because Blitzcrank dies. I mean, Caitlyn backs out because Blitzcrank dies. Alicia's top again. You just see what I mean. Like when you walk over the ward, they just know. So then they will come
Yeah.
to you. And then they'll like kind of stall you a bit. Okay, then
No,
they
I
don't.
got lucky. Brand turned away.
Yeah, I mean they both left because they just thought, okay. I mean you are pretty safe with flash, and you know. So
Yeah, I
correct
think I just got
decisions
really lucky
again.
with that.
Correct decisions again. Just like a little bit more on the details of like the execution about not showing.
Yeah. That's like the same exact thing as the last game we reviewed. Is I'm just showing on vision.
Yep.
And I know they have vision too. Like I literally watched them place that ward. Like
Yeah. Yeah. This is another kind of like fighting for no reason after you just get something big. Okay, like I get my kill, right? Can you kill this brand is my question whenever he shows.
No.
Like you see these two, you see this situation now, just finish your reset. Like let him die. Like I don't care. Like your reset here was really, really good, but you just cancelled it. You cancelled it to try and save someone, right? So then you have to use all of this, right? You have to ban flash. Your reset gets cancelled. So we lost about like 20 seconds plus 20 seconds. You didn't save him either, and you have to use your flash, yeah. So that sucks. That was a really good dodge. Yeah, don't really need to watch too much of this. Big Scary Malphite is level 6.
Oh, now I remember this game. Yeah.
I wouldn't even join this fight. Like after I've done my job, I know that I offer little to nothing here. And any kind of like your team helping you secure the camps is really good, right? Obviously they go for Lilia, but you've already like made your kind of like you've made like your decision known here. I would almost like not even join this. Like I already knew you were going to be useless here. You see this? How did I know you're going to be useless, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you ult this guy and kill him. Like
I got nothing but an assist.
Yeah, I almost feel like when you didn't initially chase with them here, or like when you pulled it down like this, just do camps. Yep, they can do whatever they want. Like you can watch it, which I think is like the best approach, obviously. Like watch the fight. If it starts fighting, you go and join, which is okay. But I don't really think you offer much. And I don't know why the Malphite didn't just ulti out. I'm very confused. Is this like a bug? He doesn't have ult? Oh wow. It's
he ulted well
at the very end. It's another,
Nice.
but you can see there, like you weren't going to offer anything there on the Lilia. And obviously, unless you knew Malphite didn't have like flash or ult, then maybe joining is okay. But you could have already been finished like blue wolves and then you're starting this right in that time. So it's also just about knowing when it's just useless to fight. It's useless to fight the brand here for your tempo. It's useless to chase with your team here because you don't offer anything. So if you think about those 2 rounds, if you based it, if you didn't waste time here, you're just so far ahead in tempo. And that's not to say that you shouldn't watch the fight. You should always watch and say, do I offer something here? Yes or no? No? Okay.
This is really dumb by me.
Okay, yeah, this is just like you not being careful enough when doing like this. Because you have smite as well, but you're just like, when you take grubs, what you should do, you need to pull the grub out. Okay.
Yeah, I really realized that because of this. Like, this is literally the play that
This is the play that made,
I am never doing grubs inside of it ever again.
Yeah. So the way you do it though is you want to just attack this guy from like max range here, and then they'll literally all just come right here. Yeah. And then you can like, I don't know, you can take it however you want, but like.
That's what I do on brand to get them all like put together.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. And obviously you also want to think about the fact that like, I mean, you also weren't aware that Yasuo was just moving here. Because like from your vision here now, I mean, I obviously you didn't see exactly where he parted towards, but you have to know here that it's just like out time. Then you would go take blue. Really yeah, you would take blue, and then but you would just like come back for crab. So you just want to respect this timer here by taking blue first, then just come back to the crab while the Yasuo goes back to mid. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like you're just missing. You're just like skipping this window here, but by taking this, you can even take crab and then go back to the grubs, right? Doesn't really matter. It's just like it's just an awareness thing, and you just have to dodge that window that he has. Yeah, this was a massive mistake because you, again, this round should have been about you farming so much, right? You should have so much farm here. But it's like those little time wastes here, dying here. Now, instead of having like this, the crab, and then clearing down, you just missed that entire thing. And now you're having to like, this messes up your like flow so badly, right? Now you're running to the same weak side when you should already be here now on this side. You should be on Raptors right now, right? You should be Raptors and then watching the bot lane fight. And then you're killing Raptors here and then you're skipping and you're running straight bot here. And you can just see how much butterfly effect, again, I'm going to just keep like harping on about this. The butterfly effect of like wasting tempo and the opportunities that you're missing. You're literally on your top. You see how you took your Gromp at the start? This was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right? Was it you that took your Gromp or was it the Lilia back here? I think it was the Lilia, right? Yeah, Lilia took this. Just like, oh no, it was you. So you went weak side, weak side. You didn't even have a strong side timer here on the bot side. How crazy is that?
Wow.
You went back to your Gromp as it spawned and everything's still up. You went Gromp, fight, scuttle. Like, think about how crazy that is. You took Gromp, had a fight, went and took one grub, and then had to take your Gromp again. So 2 minutes 15 of nothing, pretty much. And you're like, you don't even want the Gromp anymore. You're done with him.
Take it.
You don't even want him anymore. You're like... And you missed this. You missed this brand kill here. This is what you missed, pretty much. Because this was your kill here. This was your kill on your strong side. Why do we want to be on our strong side more than our weak side? Because there's way more opportunity for us to kill. That's what the reason we path here, right? There's way more opportunities for kills for us than on this guy with ult, if he's human and he presses ult normally, and on mid, because he just has win wall and he counters our champion. Like, we should be wanting to absolutely farm. And then look what you do here as well. Okay, so we never like random dragons, right? What is your theory about like tempo here? Like, who's has tempo?
I don't know. I thought
yeah, you know, I know why you did this.
I just finished clearing dragon.
Yeah, I know why you did this, because you had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And this is like also like a very like a trap that so many players fall into. It's like, well, I have nothing else to do. May as well just hit this dragon, right? And the tempo is the same for both teams here. In fact, like, Yasuo is just getting push on mid, but your Blitzcrank and the brand's tempo is the same, because back here when they died, right? Okay, your Blitzcrank's slightly ahead by like 5 seconds. I mean, he has to respawn, right? But you could see that the tempo is pretty much the same between supports, and both AD carries are back. But this priority, this is not mean dragon, this wave. You see this? This is not like a this is not like a dragon priority wave. Even this wave getting pushed in. Because what can happen is, you know, your Caitlyn pushes, but just watch, I just want you to watch bot. Okay? Caitlyn pushes, but look at them here. They're almost similar. They're almost even time, right?
Yeah.
In fact, the Felix is probably getting here first. And of course, the positioning as well. When you take dragon, the reason why you take dragon is some kind of massive advantage. Okay, whether that's the Yasuo is dead, so then we can play 3v4. Okay, we can play 3v4. We have 4, they have 3. This is an advantage that will make us win the fight. But when you take dragon, it's like a button that you're hitting that's like saying, "Come and fight me, otherwise I'm gonna take this for free." And the way that you always want to take dragons is that unless you're sneaking it, let's say, for example, you know that Lily is like on top side, you just want to dash over this wall, pink it, and then sneak it. Okay, that's another type of dragon you can take, which is fine as well. But that's still an advantage, right? She's top. Sneaking dragons is never a good thing, because if they check, if they see, if they do something, it's a huge investment of your tempo again. Okay, so yeah, how you want to take dragons, you want to pull it out, and you want to turn on people that come in from these two ways. So Blitzcrank is like, you know, here he's hooking the Lilia that comes here. So it's essentially like a you want them to fight you if you start dragon. But what's the advantage here in this fight? There's no advantage, right? None at all.
Yeah.
There's not a tempo advantage. There's not a fighting advantage. There's not a wave advantage. There's not a priority advantage. There's not an ultimate advantage. it's just straight up like an even game. So this was like the GG of the game almost. Okay, Malphite also TPs. So now we definitely know it's doomed. Okay, then he ults you instead of yeah. And you said you ended up winning this game, right?
Yeah, we did, because Kale scaled pretty much.
Yeah, and if you knew that as well, like if you had a good like sense of direction in this game, you would just know throughout this entire time again, and all these time wastes and all these investments of our time, you would just know, oh, the game is actually good. All I need to do is full clear down and use my tempo to get kills on this bot lane. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I need to
Kale
do.
ended up with so much farm, like so much farm over this Malphite at the end of the game.
Oh, I mean, yeah, this
actually
Malphite
crazy.
I mean, the Malphite TPing here was like, I don't think he's actually gaining. I mean, he already has a 10 CS lead. I don't actually think this Malphite TP actually is like that insane for Kale. He's still not pushing for some reason. No, he's trying. But yeah, you just kind of, you want to envision the game, what it looks like later. That's the whole idea of the checklist. That's the whole idea of that first question. You know, if you had the Malphite this game, what are you thinking as Lilia and Malphite and Yasuo? You want to get the soul before this Kale gets 500 CS, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of thinking the opposite. But yeah, you can see how you starting Dragon should not be on the cards, especially when the game's just even. And yeah, now you're like a cannon minion in terms of like a champion. Because Graves,
Yep.
what does he need, right? He actually needs to be...
He needs gold.
He needs to be ahead of the curve. Even being even is like not that great. You're not actually that much of a champion if you're just even.
Yeah. Graves is nothing without gold.
Yeah, he needs to be ahead of the curve because all he does is he basically stat checks people. He needs to kill you before you kill them. Okay, so was there any more information in this? No, there's no real information you're gaining. So you just clear down. And I don't even want to I don't want to watch this entire game because I think we get the point as well.
Yeah, I got carried this game. I think it was really lucky.
So he's pathing to bot. He knows now that the enemy jungle has started topside because he has that Raptor ward, right? If he's not on that Raptor ward now, it means he's starting top. So both junglers pathing to bot. It's a... Oh, okay, so he uses this ward to do something. Viego is doing the skip camp to not get invaded strategy. Although I like the opposite. I like doing Raptors. I guess Viego knew his Raptors were warded. That's why he skipped them and tries to get the red instead. But you see how he instantly tries to play off this information from the start.
Right.
He instantly tries to play out of it. And sometimes like let's say for example that game that you just vested earlier. Sometimes you'll like int it, but the thing is you'll get better at invading. Like that skill of invading, you'll get better at knowing the situations. Oh, like I should wait for him to start the blue instead of like trying to kill him before the blue. Like you'll just get better at invading. But the point is playing off of this information to kind of do things like this. So, I mean, this is obviously... Yeah, what were you going to say?
He's got like his bot lane and all this there.
Yeah, he's playing off advantages.
Thinking, like,
I mean, this will not work as well in Emerald.
If I didn't have like, I mean, if I didn't have a, like, okay, so Kanavi here, he invades with bot prio. Like, if it were the same scenario, except he just doesn't have prio, but he has that vision.
Yep. You still do it.
Let's just say like the wave's neutral. You just still do it?
Yeah, you would still do it, but you wouldn't go for this fight here. You would just do what instead? Like once you see he's taken red, what would you do instead?
Take his raptors?
Take his raptors, yeah. You just go and take his raptors, and then you go and take your blue side. But obviously his play here, right? His invade here is also massively to do with the bot lane, because why is it still good he does this invade? Because he'll always get something.
Yeah.
Like, he'll always get Raptors. He'll always get Krugs. Krugs, of course, you want to take Krugs first. Why? Because if you take Krugs and you win a skirmish here, then what's next? Raptors do.
Yep.
So you're always kind of taking the thing that is, you know, the most risky or the most time-sensitive thing. So, like, if he were to fight here and he were to survive in the skirmish, then guess what's next? Boom. Raptors.
Yeah.
And now, I want, like, the thing that I really want to get to is... Yeah, he does scuttle and he sees a fight. He should just back off here now. So he's making a mistake here. You know, Graves can't really kill. But, you know, obviously that's the same thing I'm talking about when, you know, you can help someone, but make sure it's not like... Okay, he bases straight away. So he doesn't actually farm his blue side here. Why? You know, he doesn't want to miss that window. He also wanted 1100 for Dirk, right? So he just took Grom.
Yeah.
Now he's doing his weak side camps first again. Weak side, weak side. Pathing into his strong side. His bot lane is... Let's see his awareness here. Lux is making a move bot. His TF dies. So there's nothing to play for bot anymore, right? Because it's like they have more numbers. You could say like trading here and trying to go towards like the grubs is okay, but he still wants to play towards his bot side. And he also knows that Lux has to go back mid. And he's playing on like the edge of like the Lux prio. It's unfortunate that he doesn't get the blue. Okay, what do I do when I do nothing, right? Do I start dragon here? Obviously he's not going to start dragon here. But he just bases. It's fine. Yeah. Nothing else to do, it's fine. Just base. Base, then he's deciding what to do out of base. So he's thinking probably here that, okay, can Viego do like the dragon like in the time that I'm basing right now? Okay, obviously you see him like going back to Raptors. So he doesn't want to give Viego the free dragon here, right? And there's still like farm for him to take. He still wants to play. So he actually skips his strong side in this case to play. So instead of doing like, you know, the normal weak side path, right? We do like our weak side camps and we path into strong side, then we skip these camps. Yeah. Right now he just wants to play on this side like this. He wants to play for this camp. He wants to play for this thing. He wants to play for the bot dive. He wants to play for the grump. He wants to play for the scuttle. So he's just choosing this side. And then after this round, he might cross back to his top side, but he'll most likely just, this will be his entire round. So if we see here, he just chooses to play this side, right? He's using his bot push, his bot. Okay, he plays for a dive. Lux shows up bot. He evades. He doesn't go back into the camps because I don't think he knows where Viego is. Farming waves. Does this. And yeah, he ends up just not basing. And this is where like you'll start to see he becomes greedy. Okay, Ziggs is at his red. So he does like almost a full sweep of everything and then he bases. And I'm just like skipping past because I want you to see like how greedy. Okay, he bases for an item here. So he doesn't. So when he's got like an actual item, so not like when you had like 1200 and you bought like a BF, when he has an actual full item, he'll base. So that is something else I have noticed. But now he'll stay on the map for a very long time, unless he has nothing else to do.
Electric first.
Okay, yeah, see, nothing else to do, so then he'll base. But if he had camps here, like if he had Raptors Wolves here, he would just continue farming. Yeah, and he also likes going collect. I also like going collector first too, because I feel like I just get like more. I feel like I get more kills with collector, and I get more fed that way.
It makes sense. I might try it.
Yeah, I much prefer collector first, to be honest. I've been trying Ghostblade recently. I'm like, this item's good, but it just feels like weak compared to collector.
Yeah, it most definitely feels weak. I'm also trying what is it? Cut down over Coop.
Yep.
Trying.
Oh yeah, it's good too.
How that is.
So you see again here, he only bases when he has an item. So when he has an item, he will base for Ghostblade. Then he's back on the map. Look at his CS right now, right? He's just like being the main character of the game.
He's got a lot of CS.
So you can see how much he's still farming, but he's just playing to whatever is good for him. Whatever is good for me, I'll do it. Is Grubs good for me? Okay, I'll do it. Is you know, like stay on the map farming everything, is that good for me? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. He's just being greedy.
Look, I mean, I don't really want to go into the thought process of like, but yeah, he doesn't want to, I mean, in this case, it actually gets him killed because he just wants to keep farming here. He wants to look for the camps because he has kind of nothing else to do. And he ends up actually getting killed here for that. So always farming as well. Like his team's tempo line here. This is also like a mid-game thing. He wants to farm his camps here, but his team's tempo... Okay. I don't know what Jax is.
Jax.
He doesn't do like the... Wait, was the grump up? No, it was down. But making sure you're also in proximity for these kinds of things as well is obviously important. To make sure. And then instantly, you know, instantly looking for camps. Looking for waves. Wait, you see how much greedy he is here?
Just taking everything.
Look. Grump. Wave. Tower. Oh, another wave. Okay, wave. My whole team's dead, right? So this is what's called downtime. My team is dead, so I have downtime. I can do whatever I want here. Farm, 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 farm. Then he should look to try and base and sync up with his team now. But you see this round, right? This is like the most important thing about playing a champion like Graves. This entire round. Making sure you're with like kind of with your team's tempo line and then not dying in the fight, but making sure you're the one who's alive to clean up the map afterwards. This map cleanup is essential. He just gets 3k gold and he gets his item. And guess what? 190 CS at 21 minutes with 3 items. Again, his team's tempo line. So he's never like going to his Grump here or something. He's never going to his Wolves here. Now he wants to actually push his advantage. Get the vision. Get the scuttle. And he's never going to... Look, he's never going to his bot side camps here, right? Look. He doesn't want to go to his bot side. He wants to keep pushing the advantage because he's now strong. He'll only go to his camps at the end of the like kind of like the round when it's his like other bit of downtime. And he bases here. Takes 1 or 2 camps, right? Doesn't do Krugs. Why? Look at his team's tempo. So he doesn't want to stay too long on these camps because his team is here ready to go. We want to match this line right here. We want to match this line. So we want to try and... I mean, he can do Wolves. He can farm on the way here. But yeah, now once you get that strength, you know. So greeting as well. Only really basing when you're... And that relates to your game, right? That timer where they made a play bot side or whatever, and someone had died. Then you can just like take the wave, the camps, the scuttle, wait to get your like item. Don't even care if you have 1.5k. Just get your IE and then base at 2k or something if you can. If you have like things to farm.